Hi everyone. Hi. Just going live now. Don't know where everybody is. I think like I put the wrong time on my live. So I have a feeling not a lot of people are gonna come in. Hopefully a few will. Hi everyone. Just yeah, I don't know why my hi Kinga, hi Kim. I think my live was set for like 2 hours from now. I have no idea how it changed even, which is really weird. Hi Nikki. So I'm not sure what's going on. So I don't know how many people will actually come, but that's okay. Um, I'm telling my son, please. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Yeah, I have a feeling. Hi, Nunu. I have a feeling a few people will get confused. People that are like from some other countries. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Charmaine. Hi, Karen. Sorry, I just realized. For those of you who be joining, like one might be watching this like afterwards, like feel free to skip this part up until I start. I'm just saying hello to everyone, but this part can be skipped easily. Okay, so don't like fret over that. So I did put a list of what you guys wanted to, if you guys wanted to create. Oh, hi, there is everyone now. Oh, that's so funny, Rachel. That's good. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Leanne, Marita. So I did say if anybody wanted to create live with me, they can. If not, you can always watch this later. So one of the things, hi Graham. So one of the things that I really wanted to focus today, and as you can see, this layout is a little bit different. This art journal page is a little bit different than my usual. And what I really wanted to focus today is on just the freedom of expression and just letting it go. It doesn't really matter how it came out, but just that. Hi, Robin. Hi, Vina. Hi, Kimberly. So I just wanted to kind of have people express themselves without having to worry what the outcome is going to be. And that's something really important that I feel a lot of us like just so worry about how everything is going to turn out that you don't let yourself play and express yourself and have the freedom to experiment. And that's really, really, really important. So I am going to, oh, and the other thing I want to do is we're going to be working with just one color. So black and white, of course, are allowed, but I'm going to be working with one color, different shades of the same color. And in this one, I did blue, but I'm thinking I'm going to change it up. I haven't decided if I want to use greens or purples. I mean, Olga is not here, so I could easily use greens. I was leaning towards that, but I could also use just purple. I mean, I just don't know. I haven't decided, but I will get to that in a second. So what I'm going to do, I'm working in an art journal. I'm working in my Joggles art journal. And I don't know if you remember this page. This was, I did a few weeks ago. All of you did it together with me. So I just went and did this on the other side of this one. So since this was a live stream last time, I have the back of it too. If you remember, I made the back as well, which was the same. So I figured, you know what? I will do it here too. I can do the back of this one. But now that if you guys are you guys voting for purple? Okay, let's see how many votes while I'm explaining. Let's see how many vote greens or purple. Like the more votes win. I don't really care which one I am going to use. So I already have one vote for purple, and that's Karen. Oh, there's 2 votes for purple. Oh, there's 1 vote for green. Sorry, I see that. 1 green, 1 purple. And you're only allowed to vote once. So I'll start like standing. Oh, okay, hold on. I have to like really take tally of this. So let's see. So we have green and purple. So we had 1 green, and then Karen said purple, then Rachel said purple, then it's green, green, purple, purple. Oh, no, okay, you cannot cheat again, Karen. She's just like cheating here, putting it twice. Don't do double. I already, okay, green, green, Purple, purple. Okay, I think I'm like, oh, okay, now there's more purples. Nobody do it twice because then I can't count. Purple, purple. Okay, I think the purple is winning. Okay, so purple it is. Oh, and this is leaking everywhere. Okay, purple, please. Purple it is. Okay, so let's just like, okay, that's just for the, we're gonna cover it up. That's just, okay, so purple it is. So let's do with purple. So since I have this, actually, it's like inside, you know how I love interactive journals. Since I have this thing inside, I think I'm gonna do it in this page right behind it. But I'm gonna take them out because, sorry about those who wanted green. I can do green next time. Okay, you guys couldn't work with green. It doesn't really matter what you work with. Okay, so I'm going to use these 2 pages and I'm going to take them out. This is why I love the Juggles journals. And as you know, all my products are listed below in the description area. But a lot of the things are going to be used with things that are from around the house. So it's going to be fun to create. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is add some gesso. So we picked purple. So let's go with the purple. And there we go. We're going to use some gesso. You could use a credit card to apply it, like an old card. And what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to apply it to the background. I want to prime my page. I don't always do that with thick papers, but I do have a reason why I'm doing it today. So you can do that. If you want a thicker one, I got myself the one that Tiffany was using this morning, which is like smoother. Well, it's not that it's smoother, it's larger. So you can really get a bigger area like this. Now, I don't want it to be all even, but I do want it to be everywhere as much as possible. So, oh, please, yeah, thumbs up and let me know if you're creating with me, along with me. If you have any questions and you're creating, that would be good to know. I'm going to be mentioning some things that are helpful and try to teach as much as possible. But what I want to mainly do is like that I want you to like create with confidence, like just, you cannot create without any fear that something is not going to turn out the way you want it, because there's really no right or wrong. And trust me, it's really hard to say that. I recently tried something different that is not out my niche, and I really understood the frustration of not getting it the way that I think it should look like. And that really, it really like bothered me. I couldn't figure out why it wasn't turning out the way that the teacher had shown it. And I'm taking a course for that. So it kind of made me give perspective on all of you and my students and the people that are with me that, you know, just are trying to learn from me and want it to come out the same as me, but it doesn't always come that way, right? Or if you wanted to make it look like Tim Holtz, so whoever you're creating with, if whoever you're like inspired by. So it's really important that we kind of don't worry about that so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that I really want to focus today is on that creative expression. And as you see, I didn't put it very, very smoothly. And that was on purpose because I wanted to create texture, and you can see the lines. Okay, so that is okay. Now, if you saw the list, you saw that I actually asked to bring some tissue paper, and you could easily use tissue paper that, you know, the one from Tim Holtz or things like that, which I don't have with me. I don't know why I didn't bring you to show you, but you know, the regular Tim Holtz one. Or you can make your own tissue paper the way that Tiffany showed in her videos. And I made my own tissue paper, but a little bit different, not using stamps. As you can see, I have this tissue paper, these really cool tissue paper things. And what I want to do is that I'm going to rip pieces out of it. This is a set of tissue paper that I just recently did prints of. And what I wanted to show is that I'm not going to show you how to make this tissue paper, but I do have a class coming up next weekend that is for my members. And it's a 2-hour class, so it will be a little bit more one-on-one and more in a relaxed setting. And I'm going to be showing how to use it, how to make the tissue paper, and how to incorporate different things from around the house for that. So if you So if you want to do that, you can definitely join my members. This is for my tier 3 members. It's going to be a very involved class with a lot of information. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to rip some pieces from this and to use it in my journal. Now, usually I go ahead and I use gel with it, but since I have wet gesso, I am just going to put it on, okay? Because it will stick to it. Now, gesso does not substitute gel, and you're going to see what I mean in a second, but I am going to kind of add like different pieces onto it. And you could definitely use your gel here as well. So this paper is really cool. It's super easy to make, and it's not expensive to make. And that's something that I love experimenting with. So I'm going to add some circles. So if you're already a member, stay tuned for next week. I think it's going to be either Friday or Saturday. It depends. I was going to do on Saturday, but then some of the girls said that they were going to go live on a hop next Saturday. And if that's the case, I don't want to go when others are going live. So I'm going to be probably doing it on, so we'll probably be doing it on Friday instead. No, so Nikki, this is exactly what I was trying to say. These are not stamps. This was done all without stamps. So this is what's cool about it. This paper was done without any stamping. If you want to watch the stamping one, which is the one that Tiffany showed, you can go watch her video on how she did tissue paper with stamping. I did not use any stamping with this one. This is some other way of doing it. But in the meantime, if you don't have that, you can definitely use tissue paper from Tim Holtz. So let's see, where do I want this? So that's what's cool about it. And let's see, I want some more. I want a little bit more. So there's different designs that I keep on flipping. Sorry, I actually should have shown it to you. It's like, okay, there's like different design and different things that look really, really cool. Okay, so I just, yeah, like there's different circular things. Okay, so I'm going to, basically what I'm doing is I'm just gluing things. This one is maybe too big. Okay, maybe we'll put it here. Okay. Okay, so now that I have it kind of sticking here, I am going to add a little bit of gel to this as well, okay? Just to kind of seal it, I'm just going to use the matte gel. And as you can notice, I am leaving everything is wet. I am not actually doing anything dry. So let me just, I'm not drying everything in between. I'm working wet on wet on wet. And I was really trying to experiment how that would work. Where did my, hold on. Oh, there it is. So I was really trying to see, well, what would happen if I don't dry everything? What if I just keep on working and experimenting? Now, if you are missing some gel underneath, or if there isn't enough, just make sure it's glued properly. I mean, that's important. Since all of these are water-based, they can be kind of joined together, explored together, and that's good as well. Okay, so I'm going to seal here. I'm just sealing the tissue paper. I'm not trying not to add it where the gesso is. I'm just sealing the tissue paper. And if it rips, That's part of the design. You see how it's like a little bit moving and ripping? That's okay. That happens sometimes, and that's part of the design. So this is really important. Like, you know, it's just playing. It doesn't really know how the outcome is going to be. I don't always know because, like you see, things rip up and I go too hard on something and then it rips and then it, you know. So I just try to just not stress about it because it doesn't really matter. I'm just in an art journal and I'm making this to like show in an exhibition or anything like that. This is just for myself. So it doesn't really matter if I screw up. It doesn't really matter if you don't do it properly. It really doesn't. Okay. So I feel like this side is a little bit on the empty side, this side. But I think I'm going to leave it that way. Now, this is like the fun part, okay? I still have everything wet. So I literally went with something like this. This is like just a brush. And I started saying, okay, well, how would happen if I start bouncing it on and creating this texture? And I want to show you the texture in a second. We're still on wet, working on wet, okay? And especially where the gesso is. And if you really want to get like that texture really, really strong, you can do that. So I don't know if you can see it there. You can see. You see that? It kind of looks like little birds kind of went on it. So I could definitely add more gesso, for example, in the areas where I feel it's missing to create a little bit more texture. I also want to maybe hide the rough edges. It's more done for experimentation. And that's what's really, really important. So, hi, Veru. Hi, Patricia. Sorry, I just saw, I didn't know if I said hi, Moika. I don't know if I said hi to everyone. It's like kind of like I can't start concentrating on things and then I don't pay attention to who's there. Okay, so this is the cool texture that I was talking about. And what I want is next week, I want to go into more details and more in depth of how to really kind of get all the composition, why I choose certain things. And that's basically what I'm going to go into next week. I really want to focus on that because it's something really important that a lot of people like kind of always missing. And you need that brush. Yeah, I know. You know what? This is from the dollar store, I swear. Like this is like nothing. This is like, you know, like cleaning brushes. Go get to the dollar store and get yourself some cleaning brushes, or Amazon if you don't want to go out. Okay. Truthfully, like no science here. All right. So we're still on wet, right? I have not dried anything. And now we're going to add color. So what I wanted to do is I really did not want to dry anything. I was determined that I was going to work wet on wet on wet on wet on wet. Okay. So I'm going to start with a little bit of the purple from the oops, this already went on. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of the magical. Now, if you don't have that, I'm going to show you soon with watercolors. Anything goes, okay? So now, I mean, obviously it's like this, but it's not wet. So, oh, hi, Ariana. Okay, so I'm going to spray now. It's still water-based, so I'm going to get all the purples mixing together, which was really cool. Okay. Again, you can see the texture. Oops, where am I? You can see the texture. You see how like the pieces are trying to get in between the texture because it's still there. Now, if you're afraid to have it all wet, by all means, dry it. There's no right or wrong answer here. Okay. I'm just kind of playing around and letting it fly down the page. I'm going to add a little bit more. a little bit more. And okay, so you can really start seeing the design. Yeah, if you don't have a dryer, but you know what? Yeah, you could have created wet on wet, like experiment. Always experiment. You never know what's gonna be. Yes, it's annoying to have to wait for things to dry, but if you can experiment, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Actually, you see, and you're not gonna know what you're gonna get because truthfully, it looks completely different than the blue one, right? So you're not gonna know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get what you're gonna get, and you're not gonna get upset because you're just experimenting, right? And now I'm getting purple on the other side, and that's okay. So this is not going to be blue anymore. It's going to be purple and blue. So that's what happens when you add water too close to the other side. Hold on, let me get some. Okay. So yeah, Rachel, that would have been good if you had a power outage and you can't create wet on wet. That's a good idea. Okay. So look at the texture here. Wow, it's like beyond amazing. I want to add a little bit more over here. And look, like, I mean, you can really make like really cool designs with it. If you really want to, you can create anything you want, right? Like this is like they look like little, how do you call this? Bird feet. I don't know, that's what it reminds me of. Okay, so just what I mean is like all I want you to do is just experiment and play with texture. Like there's no right or wrong. There's no, oh, I didn't put this the right way. There isn't such a thing because there isn't, because we don't have that. And now I'm thinking, okay, well, I could like easily add a different color. So if you don't have the Lindy's, oops, hold on 1 second. It's not closing. You could easily go with watercolors, okay? Let me show you. You can easily go with the watercolors. I'm going to grab the darker purple here. Still going to stay with one color. I'm still staying with the one color, but I'm going to add a different another type of purple. Okay, so it's just adding a little bit of the other purple in it, and it's still wet. We're still like, we just have to, I mean, you can see that the gesso or the gel is still wet. So make sure you clean your brushes really well. Okay. And you can add it like in different areas. And even if you don't like it, then what you do is you just add water and it just blends it all in. Okay. So what it does is that you're basically blending different shades of the same color. Okay, so if you could use like 2 of the blue. I mean, nobody's saying you have to only do one color. Okay, no, I'm not telling you that. But the reason why I'm saying experiment with one color is because we tend to shy, except for certain, like, I mean, certain people just create with one color. Okay, and that's okay. Like I know, for example, like Tiffany loves creating just with one color, but you know what? One color gives you the freedom to just experiment, to just kind of see, okay, can I do something? Can I do something different? Can I just step out of my comfort zone? Okay, so this is basically like the main thing, is just kind of stepping out of your comfort zone, thinking, oh, everything is going to become a mush. Okay, what you're experimenting is, and you see like I'm mixing this, maybe it's not allowed, maybe we shouldn't, but to tell the truth, I don't care. I just want to like have that freedom to not have to think and not have to stress about it. I don't even tell you what I'm doing. I cannot like tell you, oh, I'm doing it like this, I'm doing it like that. It's going to be completely different than the blue one, but I'm following the same steps. I am working wet on wet, and I'm doing that. I'm going to be wiping some of this after because there is some gesso on top and I don't want it to go. But now I have this here. So what does it stop me from doing this and creating this texture? And I think one of the parts that we're really fearful of is that we're fearful we're going to screw up. And that's basically what it is. We're fearful that we're just going to rip everything apart. But look, it's ripping here and it doesn't matter. So what I'm saying is that you have to kind of just really concentrate on, instead of just concentrating on what's going to be, concentrate on what you're not doing. Almost concentrate on the other part of creating. Don't concentrate on how you're doing it, just do it. I mean, Nike had it right. I always say it. Nike had it right. Just do it is the best thing. And it is okay if it rips. It's okay if it just does nothing. What I want to see, and if you're going to do this, is I want you to see the freedom of expression. I want to see that you're just creating because you want to express yourself. It doesn't really matter the outcome, and nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to care how it looks like. It's just you're creating for yourself. The other thing that I wanted to include is these watercolor soluble crayons. I'll show you. These are the ones. Okay, they're the Prima ones, but you can use gelatos. You can use the ones from they look like this, but you can use the scribble sticks. You can use Tim Holtz. I just have some old ones here from my classes, and I'm going to grab, guess what, only the purple color. So I think there's two purples, or is this the same one? Might be the same one. I think there's a little bit of a magenta color too, but I think the purple one is enough. So what I want is like this one is going to kind of give you like a little bit more control. Again, my tissue paper is ripping, and that's okay. I'm going to be going over the gesso. Doesn't matter if this gets dirty. No, because I'm going to be cleaning it, right? I can clean it with a wipe. It's not a problem. So what I'm doing is I am just, again, I can do some marks. And these ones, what I like about this is that this one actually, if you add a little bit of water, it turns into watercolor. So again, you can actually, you can actually blend these in. Same with the gelatos, right? And if you notice, what I'm trying to do is also, my project is still wet. You can still, it's hard to tell, but if you look closely, it is still wet. Yes, everything is still like, look, I want to put my fingers on it so you see. Okay, it is all wet. I have not dried anything. I have not even used my dryer yet. And that's okay. The other option is you can use a sponge. So find yourself some stuff that you want to kind of use and use it. You can blend things. Let's match this up. So it basically just a matter of kind of finding, and I know many people are afraid to like just do wet on wet. Everything is a mess. And does it really look like a mess? Maybe, but that's okay. So now I want to like add like little and little lines, just because, I don't know. I'm kind of like not thinking about it, just trying to creating because I want to. How cool is that? I like that. Hola, hola, Josefina. Hola, Nuska. Sorry, I'm like trying to concentrate so I don't see when somebody. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up I'm just cleaning it up. Does that make sense what I'm doing? And yeah, the tissue paper might be ripping and that's okay, but that just creates more texture. So it's all good. Don't know why I have lines there, but I want the lines and I am going to make more lines. So lines are something that I really love doing. I find that it helps to kind of bring movement. So I hope this makes sense. I don't, if you have any questions about it, I mean, I'm not done, but I'm just saying, I just want to know that you understand what I'm talking about. That I feel like so many people get stuck in the end process. No, I can't say that word. Tiffany makes fun of me. So many people get stuck in the process of creating that they don't realize that, sorry, so many people get stuck in the end process and the end of the process that they don't realize that it's the way that you're doing it, your journey, that really makes a difference. No, Karen, I posted. Are you talking about these crayons? I posted them on my. They're not from Nikki's store, but I posted them in underneath my video. If you're talking about the crayons, there's 2 sets. Prima used to have just 1 set. This is for Prima marketing, water soluble crayons. Prima used to have 1 set, and we had 24 colors, but now it has 2 sets, so you can just get like 1 or 2, like, you know, whichever one, if that makes sense. Oh, hi, Peggy. So I have no idea what I'm doing, to tell you the truth. I just enjoy making lines. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making lines, and that's okay. Is it? I have no idea why I'm doing lines, but it's making me really relaxed. So I think what I feel like I want you guys to do is just do something that relaxes you. If you love making circles, then make circles. If you love making lines, then make lines. Okay, sorry, Karen, I wasn't then reading the chat. So, okay, so I don't know. I just have something going on here. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit of black. So in the other one, I don't know if you noticed, in the other one, I had like circles going around. Somehow today I have lines, and I want the lines. So now I'm going to add black. So this is the same black. Now, if in this case you want to dry, you're welcome to dry. Don't get stuck on still making wet stuff. If you don't want to do the wet stuff, don't do the wet. I have no idea what I'm still doing. So I'm just like kind of creating. I'm just kind of like following some of these here. I know this sounds weird, and maybe you might not want to try something like this, but if you do, please tag me so I know that you tried it. I'm curious how it made you feel. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. This is so funny because I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's see. And let's see, I can always blend it. So if I don't like some of it, which I'm not sure if I like these lines, I can just blend them in. Yeah, that's good. I like these lines better. Yeah. So if you don't like something, doesn't mean you have to like everything you make. Sometimes you just like, you might not like something, and that's okay. And that's okay to do. Yeah. So let's see. What's going on? You guys are like chatting about stuff. Chatting about things. Okay. I'm just debating whether now I should dry. I don't know. I think maybe I've reached a point where I can't go into the wetness anymore. Maybe if I use a thinner marker, a thinner pencil. So I'm going to take my Stabilo. I just don't know what I want to draw. What I like is that it draws on everything, the Stabilo marker. It kind of draws on everything. So I have all this yumminess that I'm going to put somewhere else. I'm still wet. I refuse to feel like I have to dry. Let's see. What I like about the Stabilo, which I've also listed, is that it really goes on anything. Like, no joke, it draws on anything. So what's nice is that not only is it drawing, but because it's a pencil, it's also creating like really cool texture. This is cool. So Stabilo is, I mean, the Stabilo is just a brand, but this specifically is called the Write All pencil, and it actually does write on anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good. Does it look good? That's a weird one that I don't like. Let's see. Let's add some purple. And what's nice about the Stabilo is that it also, I'm going to remove most of it. Okay, there we go. Much better. It also is water soluble, so it's nice. Okay, let's see. People are probably thinking I'm crazy, but it is this part that, you know, makes us like kind of really explore what's going on. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys thinking I'm crazy? That's okay. You can say yes. Grabbing a white. Okay, what else? Truthfully, I don't know if I want to add anything else. Just want to pat the, as you can see, it's still wet, but it gave like the really coolest effect. I know, I don't know if Nuneka is still here, but she probably will be like, I don't know what she's doing. How could she be so messy? Right? But the freedom of not having to create something exact truly is so freeing. It's so, so freeing. And that's basically what I'm trying to show you. I have so much time. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this time. It's almost like I can make a whole new page. What? When I get to the front of the store? I don't know what. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this might be too, I don't know if it's something that worries you, that you don't know, that you want to, like, you know, you're trying to create something, but it's just, every time you experiment, you get stuck because it's not coming out the way you like it. And I'm curious if any of you have experienced that, because that's something that I experienced a lot when I started. And whenever I start something new, something that is not in my genre, I end up, how do you call this? I end up, not doing it correctly, or not correctly. I mean, there's not really, I end up like kind of not making mistakes, and it really frustrates me. And I just feel like just creating without a purpose, without having to do something specifically for that, it's really freeing, if that makes sense. Oh, there's Nuneka. Yes, I did keep going, but I was very, very, like this one particular time that I'm talking about, it actually happened recently. As I said, I'm taking a course, and I was trying to create something. Not create. I was trying this method of something that I'm doing, and it was not coming out the way I wanted it. It was not coming out the way that I thought in my head should be. And it really, really frustrated me. Like, I got super angry, and angry with myself, obviously, because I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why is this not working? Why is it not coming out the way it should? And it was like that prompted me to think that, you know what? I wonder if anybody else feels like that. People that come to the shows that are like doing our classes, our live streams, and how frustrated do they feel? Because if I feel frustrated, I'm sure there's other people that do as well. And that's something that I felt I needed to say, or something like that, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So, I don't know. That's my... And Nuneka, yeah, you're right. Every person has their style, but I wouldn't say this is my style in the sense of like, I mean, it's not something that I would usually create, but it's something that I feel like we're just so stuck on trying to make these perfect projects that we don't realize how much we're almost not harming ourselves, but we're just kind of putting ourselves down for not being able to create something that we really want to. And that's something I really like explaining in my channel. I really like exploring and just really making people, not making people, but helping people understand, if that makes sense. I just feel like we have to like stop like not believing in ourselves, if that makes sense. I don't know. I keep on saying if that makes sense because the only person that answers is Jen. Nobody else answered, or everyone, maybe people are just like in a la somewhere else creating, or what is going on. There's 58 people watching, and I just see Jen answering. Yeah, that totally makes sense. So I don't know. Maybe you guys are like, maybe it doesn't make sense to you, and you can. And if it doesn't make sense, like please tell me. Like maybe I'm like the only cuckoo one that doesn't like really like want to explore beyond. Thank you, Gili. So it's just funny because I feel like in my head things make sense to me, but maybe they don't make sense to other people. Like, maybe like, people don't feel like that. People don't want to like, just create for the sake of creating. So I don't know. That's just me. Okay, I want to actually dry now, believe it or not. And I'm going to do a little bit of journaling because I have some time. I didn't think it will take me this little time to do it. When I did the first page, I actually, like, it took me way longer. So I don't know why this one took me so little. Where is my dryer? This is not the one. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Leanne, that's awesome. Well, that's good, Billy. Oh, good. Okay. Right, Lisa. This is why I want people to just, if your art and your work feels disconnected or not feels like it looks like something that somebody else did, then you basically need to kind of free yourself from the outcome and just do the process. Anuska, I use this. It's from Prima. It's an oil pastel, but it's water soluble. Un lápiz que se derrama con agua. No derrama. Es soluble con agua. Con agua. This is the one. So, yeah, I feel like I am critical on myself as well, and I think people are very critical. And like, just, I mean, does this look the prettiest thing in the world? No, but it gives me an opportunity to express myself without having to really care how the outcome is going to be. And that's just something that I feel we're also stuck on, like thinking, I actually think this is really beautiful for me. I'm not asking you guys if it's beautiful. Notice I didn't ask you that. Do you love this page? Is this beautiful? Do you like it? But I did ask you, do you understand why I'm creating it? Why is it so important to just free yourself from the outcome? And that's something that that is really important. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kim, to just, if something is not working for you, go ahead and create some, go and do some messy backgrounds and go and do something that just frees you from that outcome, that it has to be perfect or it has to be the way somebody else did it. And that's really important, because yeah, you're all so Michelle, that's something that a lot of people get, that they get stuck and look at their supplies. And that's something that I feel that is really important to just grab 3 supplies. Grab 1 supply, like grab gesso, gel, and a crayon, and just start doodling. Like, truly, I didn't do anything here. I was just doodling. And that was really important. I feel that a lot of people will just stare. Okay, so let's get out of our heads and let's get into our hearts. Should put that on a quote, almost like that song. Get out of my dreams, get into my car, right? But it's get out of my head, get into my heart. I just made up a song. Corey, what was that? Is that a Billy Idol? So I think like that's something that we kind of forget. Oh, I forgot splatters. Haha, I forgot splatters. Okay. So get out of your head, get in to your heart. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm like singing too. It's hilarious. Come on, that was a good song. Yeah, Michelle, you can get a gel plate, but truthfully, look, I'm working with literally like 3 supplies. Billy Ocean. Oh, Billy Idol. Yeah, Billy Ocean, I meant to say, not Billy Idol. I meant that. Still. No, I don't know the song. I just made up this one song that I made up. Okay, what I love about these that you can make your own color with them. So you can make like, your own watercolor. I want to make some purple one too. And we're going to make some splatters because it's splatter time. Oh, where is my paintbrush? Okay. Forgot about the splatters. And this is not doing anything. Why is this paintbrush so dry? There it is. What time? Oh, we have 10 minutes. Good. I was blabbing a bit too much. Yeah, I think we all have to feel more mild. But I will say something, because I'm not telling you what it was that I was trying, but I will have to say something. I did try it 3 more times. And I have to say that I figured out what I was doing wrong. And now that I got it in the right formula, I'm really excited because it actually looks amazing. But I was like very frustrated, and this was just yesterday. I was very frustrated that I will not be able to kind of create or do what I really wanted the outcome to be, if that makes sense. So continue to trying is really, really important. Not giving up, experimenting, and most of all, getting into your heart, getting out of your head, getting into your heart. Seriously, I want to sing that song now. And for those of you who are my members for the level, like the tier 3 membership, next weekend, as I said, it's either Friday or Saturday, depending on what is going on with the rest of the girls. I'll be doing a live. Last time everybody created with me, so again, you guys can create with me. I will be going into showing how to do those tissue papers that I showed at the beginning. And then I'm going to go into other things, okay? So it's going to be 2 hours inspirational. It's that tier gets 2 videos a month, so it's $10 a month. And if not, if you just want to join the $5 a month, then mid-month I have the free video for that. I mean, the video exclusive video for that. And we're going in the next month, which is around the 15th of the month, I'm going to be doing this class. This is one of my most favorite classes that people have done, where we kind of stain things and I teach you how to do this. So this is going to be for my tier 2 members, and you, if you join the $10 membership, you get both videos, this one this weekend and mid-month, and you can watch the old ones too. So that's really good. So if you want to join that, obviously you're welcome. Where is my marker? I wanted to journal a little bit, but I can't find the marker now. Where did it go? I had it here originally when I was tallying the purple thing. Now, is it necessary that you only do one color? No, of course not. You could do 2 colors if you really want to. But I just really wanted you guys to kind of realize that you can create just with one color, and it still works really well. I don't know what I want to write. Oh, I have to write. Let's write that one sentence that I said, get into my dreams. No, what did I say? No, that's the actual song. Where do I want to write it? So this is where I never know what I want to do. But as I say, get out of my head, get into my heart, right? So let's go write it here. Get out of my head. And I should have little hearts here or something. Get in to my, you can't see that one. Can't really see it that well. And it's leaking a little bit. Get in. Okay. We should make little hearts. Why not? The circle should be hearts. The center should be hearts. Yeah, I know. In theory, was it Carla? In theory, having fun and enjoying every morning and trying again and not stressing is really, really, the theory makes sense. We should all be doing that. But in practice, most of us get frustrated and don't. Okay, so this is the blue one, which it's still wet on the back, so I can't really put, but this is the blue that was originally. And I'm going to be popping in the purple in here. 1 second. I don't have space. Okay. Oh yeah, so what I wanted to have this purple. This is why I like interactive journals. Okay. Because this is from a different journaling time, but it still looks cool here. And even if it doesn't, I can always move it to another spot. Creativity takes courage. Yes, that's a perfect one for this one. Get out of my heart, get into my, oh, get out of my head, get into my heart. I thought it said heart again. Okay, so next is Nikki. So everybody go to Nikki's. We have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to go. If you need a bathroom break or something like that, go ahead and just go there. And thank you so much, everyone. We love you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Sending lots of love and have an amazing day, everyone. Bye.